Ready for football now from sunny Wisconsin. And off we go from Lambeau. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Under center for the Vikings, out comes the former Michigan. Longtime veteran Kirk Cousins.
And one nice thing you can always say about Kirk Cousins is that he's consistent. Always puts up nice numbers each and every year. If there is a downside to his game, it's been the lack of playoff success. All in all, though, formidable starting quarterback at a time in the league where it's tough to find your franchise guy.
Here's Madison getting it again on second. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. On 2nd down, this is Madison. They find some open field here. Touchdown, Vikings!
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Greg Joseph on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown scamper from Alexander Madison. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. 6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Jones. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Check pink, yellow, line, black block.
On 3rd down, Love. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off, and the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set, so everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Here's Madison running on 1st down. 59 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. From the 31, Cousins. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
That good for 22 and a first down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having...
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Vikings lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it, and when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Second down, Love. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
Here comes Rager. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this.
The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Cousins on first down. This one brought in by Jefferson. On the move past the 40. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. A big play there for Minnesota. 42 yards.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
First down, here's Cousins. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Play fake, Cousins. Got a man on the right sideline. That's Osborne. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. K.J. Osborne. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Joseph on for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. So that drive, 4 plays. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Love. Quick slant to Watson. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Going back to Love. And he fires one that's intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. He's at the 50, 30, 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first half? After that pick 6, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway, and it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to play and get a little bit of love. The more guys that get to watching the highlight reels from this one, the better.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick 6.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
Ready.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Here we go.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and less than a yard.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. And now they'll stop play here. Nearly a member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Love. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To pass, here's Jordan Love. And that one almost intercepted. Could have been his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Love looking to throw it. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Now, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, they were setting up the screen, CD, a lot of free runners, and they got there late, and the penalty ensued.
Yeah, somehow it didn't get into their brains that it was a screen, right? Instead of pulling off and chasing the ball downfield, they kept going towards the quarterback and knocked him down way late. That draws the penalty flag each and every time.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Cousins in step with Jefferson that time. 1st down, Vikings. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd and goal, Cousins. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want
touchdown. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings would extend. Just before halftime. Joseph now to have the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was T.J. Hockenson who finished the drive with a touchdown reception. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Final play of the half, Love. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Vikings are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much.
Well, time is of the essence. We breezed through halftime, and we are ready for the 2nd half. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter. This one fielded at the 5, and he'll be stopped up at the 25. Jordan Love and the Packers heading back out there. And he's got to be wondering what happened in that first half. 3 interceptions, very uncharacteristic.
And even the great ones go through phases like this, like what we just saw. And most of them, they have such a mental capacity to throw it out and essentially start over. I think that's where he's headed now.
He's got his opportunity to throw it out. Let's see how he does. On 2nd and 7, Love. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing, Love. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Love going to give this one to Jones. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. To throw now, here's Love. Buying time to his left. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
It's 4th down.
And his kick is indeed good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Roughing a kicker. Defense.
And they'll accept that penalty. So a special teams mistake on the field goal try leads to a new set of downs inside the red zone. Love from the gun. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 8-yard line.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Now Love. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half. This carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
They'll start on the ground with Madison, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Going to run with Madison again. Well, that gives him a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. 103 yards here for Madison. He's got a 1st down.
A gain of 12. 1st down, Vikings.
All right, now here we go.
Play action now. Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years. The arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. From the red zone now, Cousins. Steps away to his left. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kirk Cousins. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. A familiar refrain. A turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Takes it at the 7. Now the Packers get set to go. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off of it. Back now at Lambeau.
Here we go.
And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now a second down throw for Love here. Completes it again to Dobbs. This offense so far on third down, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 4. Now a draw play. This is Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Love now. And now here is another interception. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That good for 22 and a first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. T.J. Hawkinson, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Vikings add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. Joseph connects on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. This one fielded at the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Packers offense set to go. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter. And a big deficit, Charles, but they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw. Love. And my goodness, another interception. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll go Madison up the middle.
Holding, offense.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game. and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Draw play, Madison. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And here's Ryan Wright now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. First down, going to the air with Love. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. To the air again, Love. That's complete to Dobbs. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Yet another mistake after the interception there. Gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And they'll indeed take a knee. For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And, Brandon, I just have to ask you, that's all the stuff that we saw happen today. Those are statistics, numbers, the whole deal. But my question is, how does one team come ready to play, and the other one, obviously, not ready at all?
Well, I mean, I obviously don't have an answer to that, but that was the story from the get-go. One side was awake and ready, and the other just seemed to sleep.